Wait, wait. Are you actually want me to talk about it? No. No, you can't take it back now. You just unlocked something. That's on you. Okay. Okay, I'm calm. I'm normal. I'm completely normal about this. I'm absolutely not normal about this. So, the Phantom of the Opera. It's just not my favorite movie. It's like a brain home. You know what I mean? Like if my thoughts had a physical place they would go to rest, it would be that opera house. It's based on an original novel by Gaston Leroux, and then it got adapted into a musical, and then the film, Gerard Butler, and every version adds something slightly different. And I love that. I love that it keeps shifting but still feels like the same emotional skeleton underneath. Okay, fun fact. This is very important. Uh, my brain organizes stuff, media, like in this layers. Layer 1, story. Layer 2, emotions. Layer 3, sounds. Layer 4, aesthetic architecture. And Phantom hits all four at once, which is why it lives rent free in my head forever. Well, not rent free exactly. It pays rent in emotional devastation and dramatic lighting. People always think the Phantom is just creepy, but he's not just that. He's lonely, isolated, and extremely intelligent but emotionally stunted because no one ever treated him like a person. And I know that sounds like I'm defending him. I'm not excusing his actions, let's be clear. He's fascinating. He builds an entire world under the opera house because he has nowhere else to belong, and that idea, it stuck with me. Okay, this is where it gets worse. I can identify scenes just by the sound design alone. The echo of the underground lake, organ notes, the way the silence get used before something dramatic happens. It's like an auditory pattern recognition heaven. And don't get me even started about the chandelier scene. That whole sequence is basically my brain saying, yes, this is structured chaos. I love this. Christine isn't just a love interest. She's literally the representation of someone pulled safely between safety and obsession. One voice is familiar, one voice is unknown but powerful. And the emotional conflict isn't just romance, it's identity. She doesn't just choose between two men, she chooses between fear and autonomy. And I think that's why her character resonates with so many people. Wait, are you still listening? You are? Okay. That's dangerous for me. You should have stopped me like 5 minutes ago. This is your fault. I've watched it so many times that I can predict pacing shifts. I know when the emotional beats are coming. I know when the light changes. I know when the music swells before anything happens. And that predictability is comforting. It means my brain can just relax. It's like I already know the emotional outcome, so I can just enjoy the ride. The score is basically emotional language. It communicates with every character, whatever they can't say out loud. There are motifs that represent longing, danger, love, and inevitability. And they keep coming back in different forms, like emotional memories echoing through the story. That's why it actually sticks so hard. Trains your brain to associate sound with feeling. You're smiling. Why are you smiling like that? No. Don't say I'm cute when I'm info dumping. That's illegal. I lose focus. I don't just watch stories. I track emotional patterns in them. So, like, if a character is pushing away because they're scared of being seen, my brain immediately goes, ah, yes, emotional avoidance rooted in vulnerability. And then I spend the next hour thinking about it. It's very efficient, emotionally exhausting, but efficient. The mask isn't just about hiding his face, it's about hiding his existence from the world that rejected him. That's protection, but also isolation. But every time it comes off, it's not just physical vulnerability, it's emotional exposure. And that's why those scenes hurt in a very specific way. You're still listening. Why are you still listening? Oh no. You like this, don't you? Weirdo. I think the reason I talk about this so much is because I associate it with safety, with comfort, with feeling understood when I don't have the words for my own emotions. And sharing it with someone means I trust them enough to take them into that space. So if I'm telling you all of this, that probably means I like you a lot. Just saying. It's not really a love triangle in the simple sense. It's about voice versus silence, control versus freedom, fear versus expression. And every character represents a different way of surviving emotionally. And none of them are entirely wrong. You're looking at me like that again. What does that even mean? No, don't say I like it when you talk like this. That's not fair. That short circuits my brain. Sometimes I replay scenes in my head like loops. Not just visuals, but emotional arcs. The build up, the tension, the release. And I think that's why I like dramatic stories. They make emotions feel like structured instead of chaotic. He's not just a villain. He's not just tragic. He's a person shaped entirely by isolation. As Doherty asks a really uncomfortable question. What happens when someone becomes so unseen that they start building themselves about being feared instead? And I think that question is what makes it stick with people. Stop smiling. You're making it so hard to continue my intellectual analysis. Okay, fine. I don't want to stop either. Rewatching isn't boredom, it's regulation. It's returning to something predictable when the world feels too loud. And this movie is basically emotional noise canceling for my brain. Hey, can I admit something? When I talk about this, I don't just like explaining it. I like that you're here listening. That's the part that feels different. The truth is, I could talk about the Phantom of the Opera for hours alone. I always have. But it's better when someone listens. You know what you did? You made it more fun. That's annoying. Now my brain is going to associate this movie with you, which is extremely unfair for you. You're close. I didn't notice you moved closer. That's distracting. Okay, I should probably stop before I start explaining set design symbolism and an accidental 3-hour lecture mode kicks in. But I need you to know something. I like sharing this with you a lot because I don't usually get to talk about things I love without worrying if I'm too much. But with you, it feels okay. So, thank you for listening. And also, if you ever want me to ramble again, I absolutely will. No hesitation. You've been warned. Also, footnote, the chandelier scene is still iconic, and I will not be taking criticism at this time.